We're now ready to start doing things with databases, and we're going to be saving a few working files, so let's create a new directory to save them in. In the Bluefish Folders pane, right-click on the htdocs directory and select New Directory. A directory called New Directory has been created. Right-click on this and select Rename. In the name box, type DB in lowercase, uppercase WIP, this is short for Database Work in Progress, and save this new directory. Make sure all the script files are closed and a single fresh untitled tab is all that's showing on the Open Scripts tab bar. Then go to the Snippets pane. It's about time now to use a proper file header each time we create a file. So find the snippet Project, New PHP script file, and right-click it and select Edit Snippet. Leave the name the same and click Forward. It's often convenient to expand this so you can see more of the text in the before text and after text panes. Change the TMIT to text of your own choice, the file owner if you like, and click Forward. Now paste this new PHP script file into your untitled script pane. Give it the file name drop.db-alpha-crm.php because we're going to drop or erase the database alpha CRM, and put in the date, your current date. After the words this script, type drops the database alpha CRM and position the cursor between the comment block and the PHP close tag. You'll recall that we already created our CRM database, Alpha CRM, using PHP MyAdmin. You can go back to PHP MyAdmin and click Databases just to verify that it's there. Since one of our aims is to do literally everything using PHP, we'll now delete the database using PHP and recreate it, again just using PHP. The advantage of this approach is simply that by doing things programmatically, it empowers us to repeat tasks, undo tasks, and put strings of tasks together much more quickly than doing things individually. Recall that the sequel to drop a database was simply drop database, database name, and then to execute this or any other SQL statement on the current open database, we use the PHP function MySQL query. So, paste the snippet, examplets, SQL, MySQL query text. Notice that the SQL command, drop database alpha CRM, in quotes, is the argument for the function MySQL query. This PHP function simply executes the SQL statement contained in the parenthesis. Save this file as drop.db alpha-crm.php in the db WIP folder or directory, not in htdocs, but in db WIP. Click Save. Let's just verify that it's there. If we go to our browser and open up localhost, we'll see our old index file. After localhost / type db WIP. Remember, directory names are case sensitive. And it opens up the directory db WIP, and we can see that our file drop.db alpha-crm.php is in fact there. Let's go back to Bluefish. Now it's almost always a good idea to assign the text of an SQL statement to a variable because the SQL can get quite long and complicated, and it's easier to manage your code if the SQL is separated out from the execution statement. So delete this statement and paste the snippet examplets MySQL query var. For variable prefix, enter drop, and for database name, once again, it's alpha CRM. We now have two statements. The variable drop SQL is assigned the value of the SQL statement we want to execute, drop database alpha CRM. The function MySQL query executes the value of the variable drop SQL. So the end result of this will be to execute the statement drop database alpha CRM. Of course, in reality, we never just execute an SQL statement. without checking what happened, so we can take corrective action if it fails. So once again, delete these two statements and find and paste the snippet SQL action queries drop database. Again, the database name is Alpha CRM. We now have several lines of code. First of all, we're going to assign the variable DB name to the textual name of the database, Alpha CRM. Then we set the variable drop SQL to the value drop database concatenated with the name of the database name. This function certainly executes the drop SQL variable value, but what we're going to do here is say if the value returned by the execution of the SQL is true, then echo a success message to the browser. Otherwise, or else, echo a failure message to the browser. Note the use of the string concatenation here, meaning the joining of two strings together. The dot between drop database and the variable DB name simply says append the string value of DB name onto the end of the first string, drop database.